What's up, world? This is Nick Grant, and I'm over here kicking it with Brittany at GlobalGrind.
I'm in the building, somebody alert the landlord. Never fall, niggas know what I stand for. Man, y'all, chances limited, Luther Vandross. Stan Ross, take a swing and she take her pants off. I'm from where niggas that sell that shit to their grandpa. Where bitches that do the jacking, that's a hand.
Hey, what's up, world? It's your girl, Brittany, and I'm out here in New York City, Central Park, kicking it with Nick Grant. What's up?
What's up? How you?
How are you?
I'm amazing.
You know what? I took you here to this park because I'm like, where else would a boy from South Carolina like to be? Down by the river.
Definitely reminds me of home, for sure.
Okay, so take me back to the beginning. Like, what is it like growing up in Walterboro, South Carolina?
I mean, it's a very remote city. There's not a lot of opportunity, you know. It was a lot of great days, but it was a lot of bad days, for sure. Like, I was blessed to have like that balance between my grandmother raising me and going to my grandfather's house on the weekend, who stayed in like a really nice neighborhood, and my grandmother stayed in like, you know, the projects. So, so it was like a great balance, and I would get like great home cooked meals and know how to treat a woman by being at my grandmother's house and just learning manly things. Pull your pants up, give a man a firm handshake, look people in your eyes when you speak. On my grandfather's, you know, going to his side on the weekend. So it was like a great balance for me.
Sway showed you mad love, but also like I was watching the freestyle you did for Sway, and like Jeezy had like pulled up right next to you, and it looked like did you realize he was standing next to you?
Yeah, shout out to Jeezy for that. You know, one of the legendary artists for sure. But nah, I didn't peep it at all. So. Until after, because you know my homie Saha, he was in the room too. Yeah. And you know, I thought that was him, like just vibing with me. But after it was over with, I asked my cousin, who was also in the room, like, who was that beside me? He was like, that was Jeezy. Did you know that was Jeezy? I was like, nah, I didn't. I just blacked out for real.
That's so crazy. Yeah. He talked about like mental enslavement and how like black people have to get out of wanting the Range Rovers and like all the worldly possessions.
Absolutely.
And, you know, realize like what's important.
And another thing too, I just feel like we as artists, like we have a voice and we can reach many different people, and I just feel like we could just talk about more important things instead of just perpetuating the cycle more so than anything. So, you know, so we have that responsibility, and these kids look up to us, and you know, so we have to just choose the things, pick and choose what we want to talk about a little better. But I got into hip hop through my brother, you know, just indirectly, him playing around the house. Yeah. Tribe Called Quest, Tupac, Biggie, all these guys, you know, and like the very first rap song I learned, and when I saw something, I was like, it was Big Papa. And when I saw that, I was like, yo, that's what I want to do. He was just so cool, and he just had so much fun. So, you know, that was like the very first rap song I learned. But the guys who I feel like influenced me more than anybody else was Nas and Andre 3000. Nas more so because he would like have so many words rhyming, you know, in one sentence or one bar. And Andre 3000 because of his content. I related. I was a Southern boy, so he was a Southern guy too, so I kind of related to the stuff that he was talking about.
Yeah. But you actually got a chance to meet Andre 3000.
I did.
How nervous were you though?
Man, it was like a priceless moment, because he told me that I inspired him, and I'm like, man, you're like a hip hop god for real. So it's like, I know where I come from, so you kind of like help raise me through your music, you know what I mean? So to get to that point where I can meet him, and not only meet him and you know, be able to have a conversation with him, but for him to say that I inspire him, you know, and telling me that he likes what I do and to keep going, that's like priceless. You can't pay for that.
So what's next this summer? What are you doing?
Dropping a single, just kind of working with my team.
Wait, is it gonna be, it's not off you're not pushing any more music off 88?
Maybe one more like video or so, but yeah, after that it's EP album time. Yeah. So yeah, putting out a single. Just me, I realize that it is like album time, so I'm kind of just living life, man, just getting out here, only trying to create when I'm inspired for real. And just pulling more emotion, pulling up, going back home and trying to regain those memories that I once had, and those feelings, those old feelings, just to kind of make better music. Yeah. Also experimenting with like live instrumentation on this project. Okay. You know, on 88 it was very little with that, so just kind of, and I realized that those were the records that people like really love. So yeah. So just experimenting with that, just kind of trying to better myself as an artist.
Okay, so yesterday I asked you if you were okay with doing a freestyle.
Yeah.
So I told you to do whatever's on your heart.
Okay. forever a queen. Pure black and never so clean. When shit get hot, you help me watch for what these devils could bring. Responsible nightmares and having federal dreams. And being grounded can bring you closer to heavenly things. I learned from you. I want you to teach me to love you. The missing piece to the puzzle, single parent hustle. I feel stupid, thought Cupid's arrows too dull to cut through. Sweet Sadie, you give me sugar, place none above you. That cocoa butter on skin took the G out of me. Wanna be with a king, Coretta must be a kin. Gotta be colorblind, you can't see you're a gem. Before I break the family branch, I go out on a limb. I love your eyes, the way you stare. I love your heart, how you provide for whomever's there. I promise I got you, you never had a lot. How could I fault you for this? You like the closest thing to God, still we call you a bitch. Black woman.
That's dope. I fucking love that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
And you know what? Can I just tell you, like, as a black woman, we really, 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 really appreciate it when we're acknowledged.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes we feel like we're ignored.
Listen, I was raised by all black women. My mother, my grandmother, my aunts, you know, all of those raised me, so more so than the guys around me. My grandfather played a very important part of my life, but mostly I was raised by all women. So my mother told me the other day, like, you really have no excuse because you know what we want. So
Yeah.
you have no excuses, so yeah.
But thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I think you're
appreciate
a dope
it.
fucking human being.
Thank you.
And that's
Likewise.
very rare Versace from coming from me because I've met
Likewise.
a lot of assholes.
Thank you so much. Nah, I appreciate that. I never forget that. Thank you so much.